So tonight is night one of cleaning out the freezer and seeing what we can cook this week so we can get it emptied out. Who knows what weird stuff we will come up with. I do have a few meals that I'm planning out, and as I empty the freezer, I'll be able to see more of what's in it and be able to plan a little bit better for that as well. First up tonight, though, we are going to see where this goes and see how it turns out. Very easy, very few ingredients, but I've got a few tablespoons of olive oil heating up in the bottom of our pan, and we are going to start adding and see where we go. First up, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. And to my garlic, I'm going to add a couple cups of these frozen meatballs. I'm not sure yet how many cups. I'm just going to see. But it's looking like maybe 3 heaping cups. I'm just sauteing these. These are already fully cooked. They just have to be heated back up. So I'm just going to cook these for a few minutes. Next up, I'm going to throw in a bag of stir-fry vegetables. This is a 16-ounce bag. Drop that in. Next, I'm going to add in some teriyaki sauce. So, about a cup's worth so far. Alright, we're just going to let that all heat through, and we'll give a taste test and see what else we need to add. Alright, y'all, so everything is heated through. I'm going to give it a taste test and see how it is. Not bad at all. I also cooked about 12 ounces. Not quite a pound because I'd already used some out of this bag of spaghetti noodles. This is like the angel hair spaghetti. So cooked that, drained it. We're just going to mix it in. It will soak up a lot of that extra sauce. I think 1 cup was just about perfect for what we needed. And just like that, dinner is done. I'm going to top it with some of our pre-toasted sesame seeds to make it feel fancy, but it's not. I'm going to turn that off. And I know it has a lot more ingredients in it, but that was like, let's see, noodles from the pantry, meatballs from the freezer, stir-fry pack from the freezer, teriyaki sauce from the pantry, and garlic from the fridge. And that was literally all we did. 5 ingredients, and you could even skip the garlic if you wanted to. We never skip the garlic. But on to next freezer meal. Alright, y'all, so we're on to our next cook out of the fridge and freezer meal. And we're using up a lot of fridge and freezer ingredients today. More on the fridge than the freezer. But still using up a lot, which makes my heart happy that there will not be a ton of waste. So, just have my pan heating up, and I've got a little bit of olive oil down in the bottom. Tonight we're going to kind of mix our veggie bake that we do with sausage and potatoes and all of our veggies with our Cajun shrimp that we do with tomatoes, and we're going to see how this works all together. So, it's warming up pretty good. I'm going to throw in 1 package of sausage that I've sliced up. We're going to let these brown. Okay, our sausage is done. We're going to move it to the side. So down in the bottom of our pan, we still have that oil and some oil from our sausage. I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of butter. And I'm adding in 2 pounds of shrimp. I started trying to leave the tails on them, and then I got tired of having to work at it. So you've got some with the tails on and some with it off. I'm going to add a little bit of Cajun seasoning, a little bit of garlic. I'm going to stir this all around. And these shrimp will only take just a few minutes to cook. This whole dish, I feel like, will only take a few minutes. I don't know because it's the first time making. Everything in it is very quick cooking, so that's the plan at least. And you could do this even without the sausage. Eleanor is not a fan of shrimp right now. She likes all the dishes that have shrimp in them, but once she finds out it's shrimp, she decides that, oh, that's what she could taste was a little bit different. And she gets mad at me if she finds out it has shrimp in it, and she says I didn't tell her. So that's why I made sausage, because she loves the sausage. But Thatcher and I love shrimp, so this will mostly be for us, and then we'll be able to have leftovers also. Alright, I'm going to add my shrimp to that same bowl of sausage, trying to keep most of the juices still in the bowl or in the pan. And with all of that garlic and the juices still in there, again, we're going to add about another little tablespoon of butter. And here's where the really fun part. So we had 3 ears of corn that were left over from the other night. I just sliced all the corn off of the cob. We're going to add that in. Most of that will break up while we're cooking. And then I had 2 zucchini and 1 squash that really needed to be used up. So we're going to toss that in and let this all cook for a few minutes. Let's add a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. I'm not going to go too crazy with the seasonings just yet because I want to get it all together and then see what we're adding to it. Okay. While this is cooking, I'm going to squeeze in some lemon juice. I'm trying to use this little squeezy thing. It's not really my favorite, but I don't want the seeds down in our dish and me having to fish them out tonight. But I thought the lemon might be good with the shrimp. We've caught a ton of seeds already, so let me see if I can use my juicer. I still got a seed. We're going to try and fish it out. Oh, there we go. Give this a stir. We have a mixed pint of cherry and grape tomatoes. So I'm going to toss those in. It's about maybe 1.5 cups. We'll let those warm up. The color is so pretty. Now I have a couple stems of basil that I've chopped up, or sliced up I should say. I'm going to put that in. So now we're going to pour all of this shrimp and sausage and all of those yummy juices right back into our pan. I'm not sure if I said it or not, but we have this up to a medium-high heat. And those tomatoes really just needed a minute or so. You don't want them to mush. I'm going to turn the heat off and we're going to taste test. Alright y'all, so in under 20 minutes, that does not include me chopping everything and trying to figure out what was going on. I don't even think I can get everything in one bite. It's like a little kebab. But we're going to try it and see how our flavor is and what seasonings we might need to add. Let's add a little more Cajun seasoning. We've got it well on the shrimp, but our veggies, and even, I mean, the sausage is perfect all by itself, but the veggies need just a little more seasoning. And dinner is done, y'all. And I was able to clear some shrimp and some sausage out of the freezer, and I cleared the veggies and leftover corn, tomatoes, all that off my countertop and out of the fridge from leftovers or just what we hadn't used up. So beautiful, using up what we got meal.